Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a foundational truth, the first 10 hires, and how they shape every startup's future. We're going to dive right into why early hiring decisions are the absolute make or break strategic investment for any startup, drawing directly from ExpertOnHire's foundational insights. Let's get right into it.
So every successful startup kicks off exactly the same way, right? With a vision. A founder spots a problem, comes up with a brilliant solution, and secures that initial funding to start building. But funding really just provides the resources to move forward. You have to ask yourself, what is the actual catalyst that turns a grand idea into a tangible reality? What bridges the gap between a flashy pitch deck and a profitable company?
Well, it's the people. More specifically, the first 10 individuals you bring onto your team. Of all the decisions a founder makes, honestly, none are more critical than this. We aren't just talking about coders or marketers who clock in and complete assigned tasks. These people are your foundation. They establish your culture. They influence your product quality. They set engineering standards, and they solve your most complex business challenges from day one.
It really is a classic David versus Goliath reality. Think about it. Large organizations can totally absorb a bad hire because they have these robust buffers, established processes, massive teams, and huge resources to fall back on. But startups, you have absolutely zero margin for error. A single early engineer might literally design your entire product architecture. Another might establish your core development practices. Every single employee has a direct, outsized impact on the entire trajectory of the business.
Because every early hire directly shapes your future products in your customers, you have to fundamentally reframe your approach. Founders should treat every early hiring decision as a strategic investment rather than simply filling an open position. You aren't just filling an administrative seat. This mindset shift is absolutely non-negotiable. Because when things go wrong, oh boy, the blast radius extends way beyond a single desk. We've all heard the horror stories of a bad early hire completely tanking a product launch. You end up looking at these cascading failures that compound so rapidly. We're talking delayed product releases, crippling technical debt, poor software quality, and suddenly you're facing plummeting team morale and the terrifying loss of investor confidence.
And here is the truly terrifying part for any founder. It isn't just the financial cost of replacing the person, though, yeah, recruitment costs are super high. It's the existential threat of replacing lost momentum. In a startup, momentum is literally your lifeblood. When you lose it, you drain your precious runway, and sometimes you just can't get it back.
Yet, we constantly see founders panic hiring for speed, falling right into these fatal traps. You can't just rely on flashy resumes. You really need practical skill validation. You can't prioritize raw years of experience over actual demonstrated capability. Another huge trap, recruiting friends on a whim without a real assessment. Instead, you need structured technical assessments. Ultimately, you can never trade long-term growth and quality just to fill a seat quickly.
So, what actually makes an exceptional early hire? Well, it takes far more than just writing good code or knowing a specific software language. An exceptional early hire is an individual deeply comfortable in fast-changing environments, who shapes the company's future way beyond just their technical tasks. Priorities shift daily, and every team member has to wear multiple hats just to survive. You definitely need strong problem solvers with technical excellence, absolutely. But you also need radical adaptability, elite collaboration, and a relentless curiosity to learn continuously. These individuals don't just wait around for instructions. They thrive in the chaos, they take deep ownership over the product, and they actively shape your company's DNA. And here's another massive reframe regarding how you build your organization. Your startup's culture is not some dusty mission statement. It's not a static PDF sitting in a shared drive. Culture is created by people. It is literally the living, breathing behaviors established by those first 10 employees. They are the ones who establish exactly how teams communicate, innovate, and support each other through the hard times.
When you nail those first hires, they organically generate this incredible internal ecosystem. You get deep accountability and rapid innovation. They drive knowledge sharing, they insist on high engineering standards, and they bake customer-focused thinking into the very fabric of the product. Get this right, and your culture stops being just a corporate buzzword. It literally becomes your ultimate competitive advantage.
Which brings us to the ExpertOnHire solution, de-risking the critical hiring process.
So how do you actually execute all of this without grinding your own product development to a halt? ExpertOnHire takes the guesswork out of the equation. By utilizing AI-assisted talent matching, a verified pool of technical experts, and structured technical assessments that provide genuine, practical skill validation, they replace risky assumptions with hard evidence of capability.
For a founder, the impact is massive. It means faster hiring decisions, drastically reduced hiring risk, and tailored founder-friendly support. Instead of drowning in hundreds of unverified resumes, you get to focus on what actually matters, building your product alongside candidates who are ready to step in and contribute from day one, moving at true startup speed.
When you map the journey from a great idea to long-term success, a really clear bottleneck emerges. We start with the founder's vision, sure, but every single downstream milestone, building a strong engineering culture, ensuring quality product development, achieving business growth, and hitting long-term success, completely relies on step 2. Those first 10 strategic hires are the anchor holding the entire progression together.
It all comes down to this core truth. Ideas alone don't build startups. Funding just buys you the opportunity. But it is the people, the very first people with the belief and the hard skills to bring them to life, who actually turn that opportunity into an empire.
This is exactly why hiring is a top-tier business strategy. ExpertOnHire encapsulates this perfectly in their philosophy. Smooth hiring, no noise. You want a seamless process that grants access to top talent, completely free from the resume spam and the risk that distracts you from your core mission.
Your first 10 hires define far more than just your headcount. They define your entire future. Thanks for joining me for this explainer. I'm going to leave you with one crucial question to ask yourself as you build your team today. Are your first 10 hires building your future or blocking it?